Good morning, basketball fans, and welcome to Rend Lake College here in Ina, Illinois. It is the opening day of the boys Class L Junior High State Tournament presented by the Southern Illinois Junior High School Athletic Association. I'm Randy Olson courtside, joined today by Fisher Overstreet, who's sitting in for Ron Standard, who's on assignment today. And Fisher, you've been down to these tournaments and watched many times, and you know how exciting it is for all these youngsters to be down here in 7th and 8th grade playing at this level, and this is what they always strive to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always fun to see the community come out for these kids. And, we saw a great game a few minutes ago with Marion.
Well, they look good, didn't they?
They look great. They're going to be tough to beat. But, there's a lot of buzz in this building already. It's only 10:45. pretty good atmosphere. And between that and two pretty good teams we're about to see, you can't ask for more than that in a state tournament game.
That's right. It's going to be the Centralia Tigers against the Waterloo Bulldogs, and Centralia comes in with a record of 24-4. Waterloo is 20-9, and Centralia is the defending Class L champions.
They are, and as a Mount Vernon boy, it pains me to say it, but Centralia, they're a basketball town. I mean, they know how to win games at both the junior high and in the high school level, and I know they've got a new coach. They've got mostly new players from last year, but they haven't seemed to miss too much of a beat here.
Right. Coach Hargis has retired after many, many years at Centralia. I think he had over 700 career wins, something like that, and he went out on top, winning the championship last year. And of course, some of those guys from the team last year are already making an impact for the Orphans at the high school level, for sure, and will continue to for many, many years. There's a couple of holdover players from last year. I do remember Trayton Branch from the team last year.
Yeah, I think he's the only starter coming back to my knowledge. But you talked about the guys they had last year. Of course, Kenny Bratton sticking out to me, being a huge part of that Centralia team right now as a freshman.
Oh yeah,
so that's Centralia for you. That's what they do. Those young players, they develop them, and they make an impact almost immediately.
Yeah, again, the Tigers are 24-4 on the season, and Waterloo, as I said, 20-9. They did play each other, but it was way back in October. And while Centralia did win that game by double digits, it was just so long ago. You don't know whether that you can factor that in or not, because you look at the schedule that Waterloo has played this year with all those Belleville teams and O'Fallon teams, and the fact that they beat Belleville West in double overtime to get down here, you know that Waterloo is a good basketball team.
Oh, man, their schedule's been crazy. Between all of the Belleville and the O'Fallon teams, they've played a few of the shootouts around. They played Pinckneyville. I think they played Triad. I mean, they've got a great schedule. So that 20-9 record is not really indicative of how good they are.
I was talking to their coach, Matt Mason, before the game. He's a super nice guy, and he was talking about some of their wins this year and their losses. And, they've lost to some teams like East St. Louis and O'Fallon and some of those teams, but again, they've played so many of those Belleville teams, and they actually gave Belleville West 2 of their only 3 losses, I think, this year. And like I said, beat them in double overtime in the regional to get down here. So kudos to the Bulldogs for doing that. I think you've got a little bit of history there. I think that you have on Centralia and what they've done. It's a long history, isn't it?
It is. They've won a lot of titles in this gym, 16-time state champs. 6 of those were in Class L, and the other 10 were when it was just one class. And so they've got a lot of history, and this is not a new spot for them.
No, it's not. They kind of expect to be here, and they've been here many times. And the game that we just saw, Marion will get the winner of this game between Waterloo and Centralia, and Marion looked very impressive this morning as they beat Belleville Whiteside 63-29. So it's going to be tough to beat Marion this year down at this Class L tournament. But the winner of this game will get Marion in the semifinal game here on Tuesday night. This broadcast is made possible by the Parent Advisory Council at Centralia Junior High. The PAC is a group of volunteer parents for the Centralia Middle School and the Centralia Junior High School, 4th through 8th grade, who work with school administration and staff to improve the student experience and give them things that they would otherwise go without, and are always looking for new faces to join their group. So if you're interested in joining, you can reach out to the Centralia Junior High School Parent Advisory Council on their Facebook page. So be a part of that. That's pretty cool, that Parent Advisory Council that they have, doing some special things there at the Centralia Junior High and Centralia Middle School. And again, we appreciate their support for today's broadcast. You see the officials and the captains and coaches meeting there at midcourt. These officials, I think they said from over around the Belleville area. I'm not familiar with them. Sonny Rollins, Tim Richardson, and John Wichinski are the officials you see there on the screen for this game.
I'm going to disappoint some people. I don't know these officials like Ron, so I'm just going to nod my head and say yes.
Yeah, sure. So, hey, we're about 2 minutes away from meeting the starting lineups and all the play-by-play. We're going to take just a brief timeout and be right back here at Run Lake College in a moment.
At Ohana Heating and Air, we treat you like family, because to us, you are. Whether it's keeping your home cozy during the winter or cool in the summer, Ohana's team is here to provide top-notch service every time. With expert technicians, affordable pricing, and a commitment to your comfort, we make sure your HVA system runs like new. Ohana Heating and Air, where quality meets care. Call today for your free estimate at 472-4738.
Dog's home, away from home.
Are you going on a vacation soon or perhaps a weekend getaway? Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon is your dog's home away from home, featuring an outside turf playground that your dog is going to love. And if your dog needs grooming or obedience training while it's here, we can handle that too. In fact, we've even got a presidential suite with flat screen TV and ceramic tile. Check it out on our website.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare.
Back here at Rend Lake College, it's the boys Class L Junior High State Tournament. Opening round games today. And we've got the Centralia Tigers against the Waterloo Bulldogs. You know, we used to see the Centralia as the Orphans wearing red, but the Tigers are purple in the junior high level. So those of you watching at home that may not be as familiar with Centralia may find that a little bit odd, but that's just how the separation is from junior high to high school. Enrollment-wise, Centralia has 1,062 students. Waterloo is a huge school, Fisher. They've got 1,788 students. That's crazy, isn't it?
Big school, big area, a lot of development going on over there, and some of their fans are still pouring in. We were just talking, there's really no good way to get from Monroe County to Jefferson County.
Right. We are going to meet the starting lineups right now. As you see the Centralia Tiger cheerleaders out there. Number 5 is Savion Howard. Number 20 is Jameer Shared. Number 25 is Trayton Branch. Number 34 is Montez Lewis. And number 50 is Apprentice Sangster. All the starting lineup there for the Centralia Tigers, who are 24-4 in the season, coached by Lucas Krutzinger and assisted by Jace Hughes. And all 5 of those starters are, in fact, 8th graders for Centralia. And now for the Waterloo Bulldogs, coached by Matt Mason, Steve Stroh, and Zach Bettner. They will go with number 5, that's Tyler Major. Number 12 is Jacob Otten. Number 22 is Jude Latcham. Number 24 is Easton Maurer. And number 45 is Braden Wallace. Those are also all 8th graders for the Waterloo Bulldogs. So they go with Major, Otten, Latcham, Maurer, and Wallace. And again, the Tigers of Centralia go with Howard, Shared, Branch, Lewis, and Sangster. We're going to give you the names of all the Centralia cheerleaders a little bit later on, as we will recognize them as well, as they're down here trying to get the crowd all pumped up for the Tigers today. Again, Centralia is the defending Class L champions. And jumping in the center circle will be Sangster against Wallace. And we are ready to begin. Tip is controlled by the Tigers. Into the front court they come. Running the point out there is Montez Lewis. Looks like Waterloo's going to open up in a man-to-man there as they'll work it over on the left side. Back out to the big man, Sangster. Gives it back to Lewis. Lewis will drive, puts up the floater, and he scores. That's a nice move. Centralia on the board at 2-0. There's the press, and there's the steal. Howard gets the steal and gets the deuce. That's a quick one. turn that defense into offense.
Another one.
Almost another steal as Sherrod knocked it out of bounds. Yeah, they got quick hands.
I love the intensity early on. Full court press.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As the Bulldogs look to get it in, there's a double team, and it's stolen away by Sherrod. Sherrod goes up, scores off glass. It's 6-0 already, and that's timeout called by Coach Mason of Waterloo. Got to do something about that press. It's a quick start here for the Tigers, for sure.
You got 3 guys already in the book, only 43 seconds in for the Centralia Tigers, so great intensity early on.
You see those Centralia cheerleaders over there trying to get things riled up over in the corner, and we'll try to run through some of those names for you of the Centralia cheerleaders. They got quite a few because they got 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. The 6th grade cheerleaders are Nyla Crosby, Kalina Pierce, Giada Salm, Anna Schmidt, and Peyton Smith. Those are the 6th grade cheerleaders. We'll get to the 7th and 8th grade cheerleaders a little bit later on here for Centralia Tigers. All right, Waterloo trying to get it in against that full court pressure defense as pass comes into Cameron Jones. Jones gets it up the court, looks down the floor, and it's intercepted, and it's off Waterloo. It'll be Centralia basketball. So,
out of bounds.
Yeah, Bulldogs have not had an opportunity to get into their offense yet as the Tigers bring it back the other way. With it in the front court is Montez Lewis. Over to Howard. Now here's driving baseline. They go into the big man, Sangster. He puts it up and in. Boy, they're shooting well so far, aren't they?
Shooting well. Haven't missed a shot. I don't think Waterloo's taken one.
That's exactly right. As the Bulldogs try to get it across the timeline, they better do it in a hurry. Now they get it across. It's Latcham. No, it is a 10 count. He did not get it across. I knew it was getting close to 10.
Really close.
That's a turnover back to Centralia.
That makes 4 of them already.
So the Tigers will have it out of bounds right by the Waterloo bench as they get it into Lewis. Lewis over to Howard. Now they go to the right side to Branch. Branch looks to drive. He does. Goes between 2 defenders. Misses it. Tips it around. Got it back. Gets it to his teammate, Sangster, who puts it up and in. 10-0 Centralia. Tigers still in the press, trying to trap. Waterloo finally gets it across the timeline. Now they'll drive down the middle, and there's a bucket by Braden Wallace. Wallace took it strong to the rack. And Waterloo is on the board at the 5:08 mark here of the first quarter. Coach Mason said they tried to simulate this in practice, but it's pretty difficult. They worked on it all week.
Yeah.
And it is just really tough to simulate, the quickness. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Offensive foul on the Tigers. Going to be Waterloo ball. Let's see who they gave that to. I couldn't tell his hand signal from up here. Did you?
I thought it was Trey Branch.
Okay, Trey Branch was called for the personal. That's his first. That's the first foul of the game. And Waterloo will get it in as Major will bring it up. Gets it to Wallace. Now over on the right side, they work it to Latcham. Latcham comes back out to Otten. Otten down in the paint. That ball stripped away as it went to Wallace. Now they'll get it over in the corner to Major. Major to the elbow to Maurer. No shot there, so they'll come to Latcham again. Sticky man-to-man defense played here by the Tigers. That ball gets away for a minute, squirts out, picked up by Latcham. Almost picked off, but knocked out of bounds on a heads-up play by Montez Lewis. Tigers being real aggressive on the defensive side of things. Ooh, he caught that. He almost did an over and back there. That was close. There is a drive down the lane, and that one pops out. Latcham couldn't get it to go down. They get the rebound, though, back out to Otten. Otten to Major. Major looking for a driving lane. He's cut off. Comes back across the lane, and it's picked off. Stolen by the Tigers, but then stolen back by Latcham. Latcham on the baseline. Shot up and in by Maurer. Easton Maurer hits the shot for the Bulldogs. Makes it 10-4. If you're watching our broadcast this morning, you can send us a message to our Facebook page. That's AreaSports.net on Facebook Messenger. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. as that one's picked off and then stolen right back by the Tigers. Shared's got it, takes it inside. He got the bucket and draws a foul. Jameer Shared with the quick hands and the deuce. He'll go to the line for the and one. And who'd they give that foul to? Maurer. Okay, that's his first. Team fouls are equal at 1 apiece now. And let's see, Sangster left the game, and who came in for him? Can't read the number down there. Robbie Dabney replaced him. So Dabney's in the game for Centralia. All right, free throw was good, so it's 13-4. Here's a shot from the right side, no good by Waterloo. Centralia gets it up quickly. Racing to the other end is Branch. Branch puts it up and in. Boy, he showed explosive.
Flew right by him.
Yeah. Explosive move that time by Branch. Here's Wallace back in the front court. Works it to the right side.
Got Wallace as a mismatch down there.
Yeah.
They're not giving it to him.
Yeah, he does have definitely a height advantage. He's got the ball now, but he's double teamed. Now he gets away from him, goes up, and it rims out. Tries to follow, and he got it, and drew the foul. So he'll go to the line for the and one. Braden Wallace, a nice player for Waterloo.
He is. He's putting the work in down there each possession. It's just, you know.
He's tall, too.
The defense is pretty intense right now. It's tough to feed him the ball.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. They're also bringing a tall guy off the bench here. It's Easton, and it looks like Probst. If I'm not saying it correctly, somebody from Waterloo tell me, all right? Send me a message. It's number 15, Easton Probst, as the free throws made by Wallace. 15-7. Maybe Pro, like the name that you see at Mount Vernon a lot. All right, shot is missed underneath, tipped around, and they say it's off. Waterloo's going to stay with Centralia. 2:27 to go here in the opening quarter. It's been all Tigers so far. They lead at 15-7. They are the defending champions, and they're trying to move to the semifinals and a date with Marion on Tuesday night. Branch has it. Leaves it behind him. Here's a long three. That's short. And that's going to be an offensive foul on the Tigers.
I think that's 2 on Dabney.
So it's going to be Waterloo ball. He's in some pain. Dabney's in some pain. I don't know if he got hit in the gut or what. But he'll leave the floor, and Sangster will come back in and replace him. Tigers continue the press. Waterloo gets it in. Latcham. Now to Wallace up the sideline. They give it back to Wallace on the block, and he scores. A little give and go action that time by Waterloo. And Wallace has another bucket. Boy, he's been money for them so far.
He's got 7 so far.
Yeah, 7 of their 9. Pretty impressive. Here's Montez Lewis back the other way now for Centralia. Again, Waterloo stays in their man-to-man. Now it comes out to Howard. Howard looks to drive. Oh, tried to bounce it, pass it inside to Sangster, but it's stolen away by Wallace. How many turnovers is that on Centralia?
That's 3 on Centralia.
Okay. Minute 29 left here in the first quarter. Here's a little runner in the lane, and that rolls off no good by Latcham, and rebound the other way by Centralia. They're going to race to the other end, and the transition bucket's good by Trayton Branch. They got that one up the court in a hurry.
It's tough to stop.
Quick transition bucket. Tigers in control here. 17-9. Waterloo looking for points. Here's Wallace with it. Wallace comes over to Probst. That's stolen. Picked off by Branch. He'll take it all the way to the other end and put it up and in. He anticipated that pass, jumped that passing lane, and took it to the house. 10-point lead for the Tigers. And that one's picked off, but then lost out of bounds. As quick hands there by Savion Howard. And checking in the game for Waterloo, number 12, Jacob Otten back in. Cannon Hensick also in the game for Waterloo. He's an 8th grader. All right, so Bulldogs have it. Wallace with it. They might wind it down for one shot here. We're down to 33 seconds left in the quarter. Latcham has it. It's Jude Latcham. Centralia continues their sticky man-to-man defense. Down to 17 seconds left. Latcham again. Looking for an opening. Nothing there. It goes around a screen set by Wallace. And they lose it out of bounds. They don't get a shot off. So it'll be Centralia ball with 9 seconds to play here. All right. They're going to roll the ball up so the clock doesn't start until now, and now it's picked up. Here's going to be a good look from the corner. It's a little too strong, though, and on the rebound, we got a foul on Sangster. Mark is watching in his car while riding to the Riverton shootout today. He says, have a good game, guys. Well, Mark, you enjoy that up there at Riverton. I wouldn't mind being there seeing those games today, too. There's some good matchups. That's the end of the first quarter. Centralia leads it over Waterloo by a score of 19-9. And we'll be back with second quarter action here in just a moment, live on AreaSports.net.
When choosing a bank, it's important to know that local matters. Local people making local decisions that support our local communities. That's why Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be Jefferson County's hometown bank. With branch locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Dix, we make it convenient to serve all of your banking needs. Call us today at 244-3000 and let us know how we can assist you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, you see the Centralia cheerleaders out there. We want to acknowledge them and identify some more of them. Our 7th grade cheerleaders are Raylyn Smith, Briella Westbrook, and then the 8th grade cheerleaders for Centralia are Kaylee Agen, Samantha Cato, Zeta Hawk, Aubrey Moore, Faith Padilla, Delaney Snow, and Amari Susson. So that's all your Centralia Tiger cheerleaders. We gave you the 6th grade cheerleaders earlier. We'll show you some of their cheers and their routines here as we go on in the broadcast here today. All right, we're ready for second quarter action. What was your thoughts on that first quarter of play there,
Well,
Fisher?
I was happy to see the Bulldogs settle in a little bit after the disastrous first minute or so. I mean, they just kind of had to get used to the pace, and I mean they've got 7 turnovers so far, but hopefully they can calm down a bit and make something happen.
Kind of had that deer in the headlight look for a moment, didn't they?
No doubt about it.
Yeah, but they've kind of bounced back, and like you said, they've settled in nicely. It's just a matter of taking care of the basketball and getting some quality shots off. Well, I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. We got time on the clock.
That
Oh, okay.
that
That light won't go away. It's on the backboard. They're trying to fix that. Okay. It's like a shot clock malfunction. We're not using the shot clock in the game, but still that can be a little bit of a distraction having that light on at the backboard. Yeah, they've turned it on and they've turned it off, but it won't go off. It goes off at the other end. They don't have a light on the other backboard, but they can't get it turned off on this end. So they'll work on that a little bit. And they're trying to play with it over there.
There we go.
They get her fixed. Right. I'm sure that had to be a little frustrating. All right, ready for second quarter action as Waterloo will have the ball first. Pass comes into Tyler Major. Major gets it over to Easton Probst. Now they come to Maurer. Maurer to Hensick. Down on the baseline, there's a shot up and in by Easton Probst. Again, I hope I'm saying his name correctly. If I'm not, somebody from Waterloo correct me, all right? Again, you can communicate with us on our Facebook Messenger, AreaSports.net on Facebook Messenger. Send us a message and let us know how it's going today. Are you watching? Who are you rooting for? There's a pass inside to Sangster. Little contact there, nothing called. Ball knocked away, and Waterloo's got it. Major will bring it across for the Bulldogs. Looking for a cutter as they come out to the top here to Maurer. He'll put one up. Well, he nails it. About a, 18-footer. Kind of a mid-range jumper there.
Mid-range working today.
Wow. And all of a sudden, this game's cut down to 6 points here, Fisher.
They're making it a game.
Yeah, Waterloo is not backing down, are they? Centralia's gotten a lot of their points off their defense and in transition. Let's see what they do here in the half court. Here's a shot from the baseline. Look at that. That's bombed in by Trayton Branch. Branch with the 3 ball for the Tigers. Puts them back up by 9. And that ball's off the rim and tipped back up. No. And goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Waterloo. Wallace will check back in along with Latcham for Waterloo. 5:36 to go here in the first half. If you just joined us, Marion won the first game today. They beat Belleville Whiteside pretty handily, and Marion looked real impressive. They won that game 63-29. They are going to be a load for everybody down here in Class L. There's a steal. That's picked off by Maurer. Waterloo back the other way. Here's a layup, and it's in and out by Major. Back up won't go. Out of bounds, and the last touch by the Bulldogs. Boy, Waterloo had a good opportunity there, but couldn't finish.
They had a few good ones there.
Boy. After this one, it'll be Murfreesboro against Flora. We're not going to be broadcasting that one, but I know it is being broadcast on the radio on WNOI 103.9 FM out of Flora. So those of you who want to follow that game on the radio, you can. Those guys are sitting up next to us here. And that's knocked out of bounds, going to be Waterloo ball. So Flora will play Murfreesboro after this game, and then the last game of the day will be KC Junior High of Mount Vernon against Carbondale. Bulldogs get it in, and that one hits the rim, and it's grabbed out of there by Branch. Misses the shot. Now Bulldogs get it back. Wallace gets it in the hands of Latcham. Better get it across. Yep. Yeah, Coach Mason knew he was going to have another 10 count, so he called timeout to save the turnover there. Stops the clock with 4:37 to go here in the first half, and Waterloo will have the basketball. We'll show you a little of the cheerleaders there from Centralia Junior High, working with the crowd down here who's in attendance, cheering on the Tigers. Again, this broadcast made possible by the Parent Advisory Council at Centralia Middle School and Centralia Junior High. So they do a lot of things there for the school. And they're always looking for other people to join, be involved. So if you want to do that, certainly reach out to one of the current members or go to their Facebook page. Back to live action. Bulldogs will have it. Jude Latcham has it out front as he'll go to Braden Wallace. Wallace looks to drive on Sangster. Goes up over him, puts up the shot, a little too hard. Rebound. Centralia, they'll race to the other end. Branch has got it. Leans in, goes for the bucket, and gets fouled. And that will send Trayton Branch to the line. Suzanne is watching. I bet you know her. She is listening from home and enjoying listening to the second announcer. That would be you, Fisher.
Well, I'm glad I have one fan.
Yeah. Free throw is made by Trayton Branch.
That's 10 points for Branch now.
Yeah, he's having a game, isn't he?
Everybody's gotten in on the action. All 5 starters scored pretty early on in the first quarter for Centralia.
Wow. Sharing the love. Got all 5 of them in the action. Both free throws made by Branch. Here comes Waterloo back the other way. Latcham has it. Feeds it inside to Wallace. Wallace works on his man, pivots, goes up, scores. Man, he's a nice player.
He is.
He's a real nice player.
He's been a rock down there.
Yeah. If he continues to grow, he'll be a good high school player. For sure. Oh, there's a steal. That's picked off. Picked off by Major. Major stops, goes up, missed it. Running the floor was Wallace.
It was again.
And he got the stick back. There you go. The big man runs the floor, too. You know, and if he doesn't run the floor in that situation, Waterloo comes away with no points. But he did run the floor, and he got it and put it back in. Now let's see if the Tigers can answer. Here's a long three. It's up no good by Lewis. Rebound by the Bulldogs. They get it up the court here to Otten. And what's the call? That's going to be a hold or something, I guess, on Centralia. I didn't see it. Must have been away from the basketball. Guess I called that on Sherrod, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's his first. Here's a double team on Wallace. Gets it back out for a three-point look to Major. That won't go. Rebound is still loose on the floor. Who wants it?
Oh, my.
Man, that is squirting all over the place. And Bulldogs come up with it, and then the foul is going to be called on Sherrod, I think.
They're letting them play, aren't they?
Wow, they are letting him play. That ball was going everywhere. Nobody could control it. That's 2 fouls on Sherrod now. Tigers lead it by 7. 2:56 left here in the first half. Waterloo with the basketball. Waterloo has not been down here in quite a while. They always have a hard time getting out of their regional because they play those Belleville no fouling teams. Here's a turnaround by Wallace. Wouldn't go. It's knocked out of bounds, and last touch by the Bulldogs. It'll be Centralia basketball.
Yeah, they're in a pretty tough region over there, aren't they?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, they won the regional championship over Belleville West in double overtime. They had beaten them one other time back in December by 1 point. So that's just how tough it's been over there for them. And there's a traveling violation on the other end. Turnover on the Tigers. How many is that on Centralia? You got that?
I've got 7 on
7?
Centralia.
Okay. 2:28 left here in the first half. Centralia has led throughout. Here's a drive down the lane by Latcham. That's blocked. Blocked out of there by the Tigers. They'll race to the other end. Here's Branch taking it up and in and scores. And he draws the foul. Trayton Branch. And the Tigers are doing what the Tigers do, and that's score in transition. Gives them a 9-point lead, and Branch can add to it. He's probably in double figures, isn't he?
He is. I've got him at 13 right now. At least 8 or 9 of those on the fast break.
Yeah. And he buries a free throw. 10-point Centralia lead, and there's a steal. Picked off by Dabney. And shot up and in. As Dabney got the steal and the deuce. 29-17. Wallace will bring it up this time for Waterloo. Works it to the right side to Major. Major inside to Wallace. Wallace goes up and scores.
They needed that.
You know, Wallace did a good job of holding that ball up in the air when they got it to him so that they couldn't slap it away from him.
We got a technical.
Do we really? Who's that on?
It's on Wallace. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, not sure. Did he slam the ball down or anything after that, or did he say something? I don't know. Yeah, it is a technical, though. And going to the line for Centralia to shoot that will be Montez Lewis. It comes with 1:44 to go. He made the shot. I don't know if he said something afterward, you know, in the form of taunting, or if he tossed the ball towards a certain direction. I'm not sure. We'll have to watch back on the replay. But first free throw is good. And Lewis makes the second one as well. Now the Tigers will have the basketball. Centralia is the defending Class L champs. And they're trying to reach the Final Four again if they can win today. Trayton Branch will have it. Gets it over in the corner to Lewis. That shot's off the back iron. They get the rebound, feed it down underneath to Dabney, who misses the bunny. And then on the rebound, we've got A foul on the Tigers. A push off. Got to give Waterloo the ball. That foul was on Savion Howard, his first.
There's another one.
There's another one, yeah. Tigers going for the steal. They commit another foul. Caden Kite is in the game for Waterloo, number 13. He's the one taking the ball out of bounds here. And gets it in. They try to stay away from the double team. Now it's knocked away, stolen by the Tigers. Branch races in and lays in another one. The quick hands of Trayton Branch. There's a steal again, this one by Howard. He picks it off and puts it in. And this press has given Waterloo a lot of trouble. Tigers' quickness is paying dividends. Here's a shot from out front, 17-footer that won't go by Wallace. Rebound Centralia back the other way. We are under a minute to play here in the first half. Montez Lewis has it out front, playing catch with Trayton Branch. Don't forget, you can send us a message to let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. Just communicate with us through our Facebook Messenger. That's AreaSports.net on Facebook Messenger. I know it's a busy Saturday for a lot of people, and you can't make it down here to the game, so it's kind of nice that you can watch it while you're on the go or watch it at home. Here's Branch getting it over in the corner. We got 19 seconds left. Here's a runner that won't go. Ball's loose, picked back up by Branch. And they'll reset it with 14 left. Branch now looks to drive. He does. Puts up the floater. That won't go. He got his own rebound. Down to 5 seconds left. Ball's knocked away. Picked off by Major. Major will put up the long three, and that's short. Horn sounds, and that is the end of the first half. So both teams will head to the locker rooms here at halftime. We'll come back and take a look at our halftime stats here in just a moment, as we bring you coverage from the boys Class M Junior High State Tournament at Rend Lake College.
Andrea Baker, the broker owner at King City Property Brokers, is a proud graduate of Weber High School, and she's actually a member of their Hall of Fame. Andrea is happy to sponsor this game and cheer on the local teams. At King City Property Brokers, Andrea and all of the realtors there are happy to help you with your real estate needs, whether you are a buyer or a seller. Visit their new location on Salem Road in Mount Vernon, or visit their website to see many residential homes, acreage, or commercial properties that they have listed. You can call them at area code 618-316-7331. That's King City Property Brokers in Mount Vernon.
Do you have a check that needs deposited and don't have time to make a trip to the bank? No problem. With Mobile Deposit at People's National Bank, just snap a picture of the check with your smartphone, and with a couple of clicks, it's deposited into your account. Depositing a check with a PNB 2Go mobile banking app is just that easy. Just tap, snap, and deposit. Plus, it's free. Download the PNB 2Go mobile banking app today to get started. People's National Bank. We make banking easy. Member FDIC. Wireless or service fees may apply.
Hey, we got some messages coming in here. Kelly is watching. That's Mrs. Schwartz is watching from Nashville, Tennessee. And she says, go Tigers. She's a big Centralia fan. Jake is watching. Jake is a Centralia Junior High School alumni. He's watching from Belleville, and he says, go Tigers. So good to have you on the broadcast with us today as well, Jake. Fisher Overstreet is with me today here in the broadcast booth, and your thoughts on that first half, Fisher?
And just going back to the intensity on defense by the Tigers, that's one of the reasons a scout team is so important. But it's hard to replicate that kind of quickness. And like you said, the Waterloo just came out like a deer in the headlights, and they've settled in through different parts of the game. But at the same time, they've had 12 turnovers through 14 minutes here, so they've got to clean that up here in the second half.
Right. I do like Braden Wallace, a nice player inside. And when they can get the ball into him, he can kind of make things happen, can't he?
Yeah, that's the trouble getting it into him.
Yeah.
But when they
Right.
do, I mean, he has 13 and they're 19 points, and so that's going to be another key factor here in the second.
I mean, he seems to be real relaxed. He doesn't seem to be rattled or anything. He's playing within himself, but sometimes they're just having a hard time getting across the half line against the press.
It's tough, and he looks pretty collected out there, and he's even brought the ball up a few times as a big man. And so that's going to be the key, just to keep the ball in his hands.
At Centralia, you got multiple weapons, and as you pointed out earlier in the game, they already had 5 people in the scoring column early on.
Yeah, they did. They've distributed it well, but they also haven't really had to pass it. All of them have been getting steals and the fast break. And you can't say enough about Trey Branch, the returning starter from last year's championship team. He leads all scorers with 16, and he's had a pretty good half.
He's kind of their glue out there, isn't he?
No doubt.
He really is. What do you got in the stat book for us here at halftime?
So on the Centralia side, I've got Trey Branch with 16. I have Jameer Shareed with 5, Howard with 5, Sangster with 5, Howard with 4, Sangster with 4, Lewis with 4, and Dabney coming off the bench had 2. On the Waterloo side, like we talked about, Wallace leads the team with 13. Maurer put in 4, and then Probst off the bench added 2. 12 turnovers for Waterloo and 8 turnovers for the Centralia Tigers.
All right. Well, that's kind of the story here at halftime. Again, this broadcast made possible by the Centralia Junior High Parent Advisory Council. They do a lot for the school there, both at middle school and at the junior high. And if you are a parent that would like to get involved and helped out, they always are looking for more people to participate. So reach out to a current member or reach out to them on their Facebook page. A good amount of Centralia fans are here today cheering on the Tigers as well.
Yeah,
and
a lot of purple
in the building, and they've got our large cheerleading crew here today too that are doing a good job trying to whoop everybody up. Again, we'll remind you Centralia is the defending champions, and they're trying to get back to that Final Four. The first game today was won by Marion over Belleville Whiteside, 63-29. So the winner of this game is going to get Marion on Tuesday night in the semifinals. Trophy games will be played next week on Thursday night. The other 2 first-round games coming up after this one will feature Flora against Murfreesboro, and then Carbondale will take on Casey Middle School of Mount Vernon. So that's what's still to come here today in the first round of the boys' Class L state tournament. We'll step aside again here for a moment and be back with second half action live from Rend Lake College on AreaSports.net.
Kingsley RV in Mount Vernon is your one-stop shop for maintenance and repair of your RV. Whether it's a bumper camper, fifth wheel, or motorhome, Bill Schulte and the staff at King City RV can help you. They provide winterizing of your RV, washing and waxing services, service work on brakes and tires, repair or replace awnings, service work on your slide outs, and much more. They even repair and clean horse trailers at King City RV, 801 Dogwood Drive on the south edge of Mount Vernon. Call area code 618-731-6185 for King City RV. Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply in Mount Vernon is ready to help you update your home. Need new carpeting? They have many styles and colors in stock, as well as expert installation. Add beauty to your home with new hardwood or vinyl planks available at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet. They will completely transform the look of any room in your home. Update your bathroom with a custom shower. There are many tile styles and colors to choose from. Does your kitchen need a facelift? You can get a new backsplash, flooring, and more at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, 513 South 10th Street in Mount Vernon. Open 6 days a week. When you are looking for an attorney who can give you honest and dependable advice, look no further than Olson & Reeves in Mount Vernon. At Olson & Reeves, they practice law in a variety of areas, including traffic tickets, personal injury, criminal law, as well as estate planning, wills, and probate. If you have a real estate transaction, Mount Vernon Title Company also resides inside Olson & Reeves, so you get sound legal advice. Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law, and Mount Vernon Title Company. For more information, call area code 618-316-7322.
If you have some outdoor projects that need to get done around your home or your farm, you need to get to Carter Turf and Tractor, your local Kubota dealer in Wayne County and the surrounding area. Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes, perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or lawn work to be done, Carter Turf and Tractor has you covered with Exmark riding mowers and walk-behind mowers. They also feature a good selection of Echo brand brush cutters, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as Honda and Generac generators. Come in and see for yourself at the new Carter Turf and Tractor, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 on Saturday.
Back here at Renlake College, Randy Olson along with Fisher Overstreet, bringing you this first round game between Centralia and Waterloo. This is the only one we're going to be able to do today. Some of you have asked if we're doing some other ones. This is the only one we'll be able to do today. Got some other family duties to take care of later today, so this is the only one we're going to be able to drop in and do. But we may be back here on Tuesday night. We'll see. But yeah, it's a busy day here at Renlake College, and after they play these first four first round games here in Class L, they're going to have the trophy games for Class S later on, and you know this place will be packed then, Fisher.
It will be. Those small schools, it seems like everyone in that town comes out for those types of games.
Oh, yeah.
That always makes it fun. Looking at this Class L bracket, though, we've got, of course, Centralia, Marion, Mount Vernon, and Carbondale. So if you think the South 7 Conference in high school is going to get any easier, think again. Because
that's true.
There's never a shortage of talent there.
That's true. Hey, want to send a shout out to Quentin, who's watching. He is a former Centralia City Schools board member, and he's a proud father of 2 Centralia Junior High School alumni, and he is watching all the way from West Virginia. All right, Quentin. Well, great to have you on the broadcast, and technology's great, isn't it? You can sit there in West Virginia and watch the Tigers play this afternoon here on your laptop or your big screen, depending upon how you're watching this afternoon. You can watch us through the website or on our YouTube channel. All right. So let's see what kind of adjustments either team can make here going to the second half. If you're Waterloo, you just got to try to take care of the basketball better, not turn the ball over as much. As you mentioned, they did have double-digit turnovers there in that first half. And if you're Centralia, you just try to keep on doing what you're doing, I think. Huh? It's the formula that's worked for them. Tigers will have the ball first to start the second half as they work it over to the right side to Howard. Back out here it comes to Montez Lewis. Now they'll swing it in the corner again. Looking inside. Nothing there. They'll come out for a long 3. How about that? Savion Howard. Nothing but nylon. Well, a long 3. Here's Wallace bringing it back up for Waterloo. Gives it out front to Latcham. Latcham looks to drive. He does. That one's blocked. Blocked out of bounds. Not a good defensive play by Montez Lewis.
That was the only the second 3 of the game, but they really haven't had to shoot 3s.
No, you're right. No, they've had so many layups in the game. Yeah. Here's a pass coming into Major. Major comes back out to Latcham again. They get it inside to the high post to Wallace. Wallace will put up the shot, and it's short. And goes out of bounds. They say the last touch there by Easton Maurer, so it'll be Centralia ball. See a lot of people arriving here from Flora area.
Yeah.
And also from Murfreesboro. A lot of orange and blue across the way from us. That'll be the Flora colors. They've had a nice season this year. I know they're all happy to be down here. I see the Flora broadcasters have set up next to us. I know those guys. Here is a shot that's blocked. Sherrod had it knocked away, but they get the ball back as Branch has it. Goes inside, now back out to Sherrod, and he buries it. A 3-pointer by Jameer Sherrod. And almost a steal, and it is a steal. And the shot falls a little short there by Howard, but he's fouled. And Savion Howard will go to the line for Centralia. No, I guess they're going to say it wasn't a shooting foul. Yeah, boy. Centralia coaching staff's asking about that. They thought it was a shooting foul too, but all right. Shot is up this time. It rolls off. Rebound's grabbed by Waterloo. They want to take it back the other way. But it's picked off by Branch. Branch with the steal and the layup. Trayton Branch doing it all out there this afternoon for Centralia. And there's going to be a foul in the backcourt. I think that's going to be on Lewis.
Yeah.
So it'll be Waterloo ball. That's the first foul on Lewis. First foul this quarter on Centralia, as Jude Latcham will bring it up. Latcham will swing it to the right side, back out now and to the high post to Wallace. They take it away from him. Wallace got it again. Maurer is almost as tall as Wallace for Waterloo. Maurer's got it right now. Gets it on the post. That's blocked, though. Quick defense there by Sangster as he blocked it. They get it down on the other end, and it's the layup by Savion Howard. Again, another impressive transition bucket by the Tigers. And knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger ball.
Really good transition.
They just get it and go, don't they?
4 turnovers this half already for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Got to credit Sangster for Centralia. He's doing everything he can down low.
Yeah, for sure. Timeout Waterloo as Coach Mason still kind of trying to figure out what to do here. It's just, that quickness has just been overwhelming for them today. Really has been. Well, you see the cheerleaders doing a little bit of a stunt over there right now. We'll let you watch that at home. Yeah, that looks dangerous to me. Glad it's them and not me.
It's always good to have the cheer team here. I mean, they always bring some extra energy.
Yeah, a lot of enthusiasm.
No matter the level, yeah.
For sure. Again, we went through all the names of the cheerleaders for you earlier. They have cheerleaders in 6th, 7th, and 8th graders for Centralia Junior High. 4:18 left here in the third quarter. Yeah, Flora has brought a lot of people. Look at all that orange over there. There's a lot of Flora people in the building. They're pouring in, yeah.
You said, do they have a high school game tonight too?
They have a high school game tonight. Yeah, it's the kind of the farewell to Coach Phil Lieb, the head coach of Flora for the last 26 years. He's playing against his brother, Greg Lieb of Belleville Alto.
That'll be fun.
So the brothers will coach against each other tonight. That's kind of cool. I think it might be senior night in Flora tonight at Conley Gym as well. Yeah. Phil Lieb is stepping down. He's the winningest coach in Flora high school history. That ball is out of bounds. It went off the hands of Sangster. So the schedule works out pretty good for all these Flora fans. They can come down here and watch their junior high team play and then get back to Conley Gym in time for the high school game. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, a full day.
Yeah, big full day. Here's a pass up ahead to Maurer. Maurer takes it in, and he draws foul. And that will send Easton Maurer to the line. I don't know if the Orphans play tonight or not, but it could be the same thing for the Centralia fans. They're here this morning watching the Tigers play, and if the Orphans play tonight, they can take that game in too. I'm not sure if they've got a game tonight, but they might. Maurer at the line, buries it.
I know the Rams are playing somewhere tonight, aren't they? They got a Kentucky team.
Yeah, Marshall County, Kentucky, the 4th-ranked team in Kentucky. Easton Pro back in the game for Waterloo, along with Caden Kite, as those free throws are good. Centralia with the lead. If you just joined us, they led after one quarter, 19-9. Led it at the half, 35-19, as that ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Tigers. Marion looked very impressive this morning in their win against Belleville Whiteside. They have a lot of size on that Marion team. They're really tall. Here's a long 3-ball by Savion Howard. Everybody getting in on the action for the Tigers. And there's a steal by Howard. He gets it ahead to Sherrod, and he puts it up and in. Jameer Sherrod with another deuce. Again, got that press going. Sherrod with another steal. Feeds it inside to Lewis, and they've got a foul. I guess I thought that was a 3 earlier, but apparently it wasn't because they put it up as a 2 ball. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, Howard, I've got him for 10 right now. If they knocked it to a 2, I guess he's got 9.
Yeah.
And has a few steals this quarter too, so he's come out on fire.
Quick hands, lots of quick hands out there for Centralia. Free throw is buried by Montez Lewis. Well, if this score keeps up, we'll actually have a running clock in the fourth quarter. We actually had that in the first game. Marion had a running clock on Belleville-Whiteside. And that one rolls in as well. Bulldogs looking for points as they bring it up as Cannon Hensick has it in the front court. Works it to the right side to Latcham. Back to Hensick. And again to Latcham. Latcham around the screen. Looking to penetrate, but nothing there. Now they'll bounce pass it inside to Wallace. Wallace leaves it back out to Latcham for 3. That's a little too hard. Comes off the back iron. Centralia with a rebound. Lewis takes it all the way down. Nobody stopped him. He just took it coast to coast. Waterloo back in the front court again. Pass goes to Wallace again. Wallace turns. Got 3 purple defenders around him, and they knock it away. And that's going to be a double dribble. Yep. Double dribble on Savion Howard. He was trying to pull up to the stop, but couldn't put the brakes on. Okay, we got DT is watching. He's asking us if we're going to do the Class S championship game. No, I'm sorry, we won't be. We're going to be out of town. Won't be able to do that this afternoon. We did do several games from the Class S tournament earlier, though, in the tournament. Here's Wallace down the lane. Another nice move by Braden Wallace. I like him. If you're having a pickup game, that's one guy you'd probably want to have on your team.
For sure.
For your big man. He's nice. Miss Bishop is watching and sending love to the Tigers. She's liking what she sees, so thank you, Tina, for watching. Glad you're enjoying the broadcast. Tigers are looking good here this morning, that's for sure. Here is a pass in the corner to Montez Lewis. His shot goes off the rim, and then it's knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Waterloo ball. Donnie wrote in. He's watching, and Donnie's asking, are you guys going to be at the Riverton Shootout today? Well, no, they will not allow any video streaming at the Riverton Shootout. That's why we are here and not there. Otherwise, we would be up there probably. We were going to do 3 games up at the Riverton Shootout since we have 3 local teams up there today, but they won't let us in. As the pass comes in to Pro, and he is fouled and will go to the line. Easton Probst.
Yeah, it's a 31-point game right now, but
yeah,
everyone on Centralia, they're still going 100%.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
No breaks.
No, they are. They're playing hard.
That's what you love to see. Lee Bennett's looking, he's somewhere smiling right now at
Probably
some of his
is.
future orphans.
Zion Shorts is in the game for Centralia, number 40. They're probably going to work some other guys in there, too. Let's see. Looks like Rodney Dabney is back in, too. Dabney saw some action, of course, in the first half. And he gets the rebound on that missed free throw. They got 1 of 2 there. Waterloo did. Yeah, that Riverton shootout today, that is a nice shootout up there, as Goreville is up there today. Waltonville's up there today, and Benton's up there today. So a lot of good teams in that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be an offensive foul. That's a moving screen on Zion Shorts. Yeah, Goreville is playing another ranked team, Lanark Eastland. Waltonville is playing the host Riverton team, who has been state ranked. They might not be right now, but they have been earlier this year. And Benton is playing another state ranked team in Williamsville. So that's 3 of the 6 games that they have up there today at the Riverton Shootout. Don't know how much snow and ice they got up there today, but the shootout is still on. Texted with a couple of the coaches, and they said, yeah, it's on. Here's a shot from the baseline. It's no good, off the mark there by Maurer. As Centralia brings it back the other way. Down to 2 seconds left. Can they get a shot off? They do. It's a little bit wide right. And that is the end of 3/4 of play. Centralia is in control. They're trying to punch their ticket to the Final Four. It's looking good for them right now as the cheerleaders will come out. We'll just let you enjoy the cheerleaders here from Centralia Junior High as we have a little break in between quarters, all right? So follow along. All right. Lots of enthusiasm there from those girls. Well, what'd you think of that third quarter? Much the same, wasn't it?
It's pretty much the same theme as the first two. If you're Waterloo, I mean, I know it's tough, down 30. We've got a running clock here for 30.
Yep.
Just keep your head down, keep playing.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to diminish the successful season that Waterloo has had this year. They got 20 wins, and, you know, it's
in a very tough area.
Very tough area. Very tough competition for sure. And I would say a few of these guys are going to go on and play at the high school level. And
no doubt.
Look forward to seeing what they do in a Waterloo High School uniform. There has been some talk about a few of the teams from the Mississippi Valley Conference joining the South 7 Conference. That may or may not happen, but there's been athletic directors meeting and discussing that. And one of the teams that has been talked about coming into the South 7 is Waterloo. Waterloo and Highland seem to be the two that are probably more than likely got a better chance of coming into the South 7 than perhaps some of the other ones. I mean, they've had talks also with Triad and Jerseyville and a few of the others, but they seem to maybe looking to go somewhere else. But it seems like the Mississippi Valley Conference is probably going to be broken up, and the teams are all going to go to different spots. Here's a pass inside to Wallace. It's knocked away and stolen by Centralia, as they'll bring it back the other way. But, you know, the South 7 has been sitting there with 5 teams for a long time.
Good to get it back to 7 for sure.
Need some more teams, yeah. And would also help scheduling for football so much, so much. And, you know, Waterloo and Highland both play football. And, in fact, I think that both Mount Vernon and Centralia both play Waterloo in football, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So they're already playing each other in football. Why not just add it in basketball and some of the other sports? Here's a long three that's up and in. How about that? Tyler Major hits the Major 3 ball.
His first bucket of the game.
Yeah.
Great shot.
So I'm all in favor of it if they can work it out. I think it'd be good for everybody. I think it's a win-win for everybody. I really do. The ADs will love it for scheduling purposes, that's for sure. Make things so much easier. Here's a shot from the right side. Holy cow, who was that? That was Myron Smith, who's checked in the game for Centralia.
I think that was Scott.
Is that what it was? I thought it was
23.
Oh, I thought it was 12. I'm sorry. You might be right. It might have been Carlos Scott. All right, but Carlos Scott is in the game, but so is Smith. So I'm not sure. There's a shot up and in by Lewis. Lewis with the bucket. Again, we have a running clock here in this fourth quarter, so it'll go much quicker, and we'll probably see more guys get some playing time here off the bench. Inside the lane, there's a shot up and in by Wallace. Another nice looking shot by Braden Wallace for Waterloo. Timeout's going to be called, and I think that we're going to see maybe some more players come in. Yep. Yeah, Coach Mason, I think, is going to wave the white flag, and he's going to run some more guys in there. Give them a chance to play on this big college floor, and it is a thrill to play on this big college floor if you've not done that.
It is. It's a little different, and you know, you definitely want to get your 8th graders in, give them that experience here. Yeah,
so the floor is 10 feet longer and somewhat wider as well, and just in this atmosphere and everything, you have a chance to experience that. It's going to be over and back. In the game for Centralia, number 44 is Hunter Hickson is in. We mentioned Myron Smith's out there. We mentioned Carlos Scott's in there. Let's see, Zach Hauser is also in the game for Centralia. And let's try to catch up with these Waterloo guys. There's a shot out front there by McFadden. That's Evan McFadden. There's a follow up there by Maurer. It won't go. And Centralia's got the rebound. Looks like Dean Baldwin's in the game for Waterloo, number 34. He's playing defense over there right now. And let's see if I missed anybody else. I think that's about all of them. As Caden Kite is back out there. Yeah, I think we got them all covered on both teams. 4 minutes to go in the game. Centralia letting these reserves play and get some experience for them. As Hauser has it. Now they'll work it on the right side. Oh, down low. There's a nice pass. Ball's knocked away on the shot by Zion Shorts. And Waterloo has it. They'll race it ahead in the front court. They go into the high post to Probst. Out for a long three ball. Look at that. Caden Kite, nothing but net for Waterloo. A good looking shot. 3:21 to go in the game. That's almost a steal. As getting the ball back is Carlos Scott. Scott with a runner down the lane. Oh, that loops out. Loose ball's picked up by Hensick. He'll bring it back the other way for Waterloo. Cannon Hensick. Another long three.
There he is again.
Caden Kite, man, he is feeling it out there, isn't he? Wow.
Good for him. They're still playing hard. He's finding the shot.
Kite has come off the bench and drained 2 long three-pointers. All right, they change out some more players here. In the game for Waterloo is Cashton Glenzer, number 20, is in the game for them. Also, Sam Beck, number 35, is in the game for Waterloo. And Emmett Dykeman, I think it is, in the game for Waterloo, number 21. As that shot is up and missed by Centralia. Back the other way comes the Bulldogs. They get the pass in the lane. That shot won't go by Baldwin. Saved from going out of bounds into the hands of Dykeman. Back out for a shot by Glenzer, no. And who wants the rebound? Coming out of there with it is Centralia as Zion Shorts grabs it. Shorts has it right now and hands it off out there to Myron Smith. Valdez Wilkes is in the game for Centralia, number 54. You see him standing there in the lane. And let's see. Also in the game for Waterloo is Logan Soto, who just checked in, number 32. All right, here's a long shot by Hunter Hickson. The rebound is back up short by Valdez Wilkes, and the Bulldogs have the rebound. Asher Guerra in the game for Waterloo has the ball right now. He gets it out to Sam Beck. They'll go around the perimeter now. We're down to 1:12 left. Here's Glenzer with it again. He wants to shoot, can't. He's got a guy in his face. Back out to Dykeman. He'll put one up. No. But the Bulldogs get the rebound. Glenzer has it again. He'll put up a shot from the right wing, short. Rebound, Centralia. 49 seconds left. Tigers with the basketball as Zion Shorts has it. Here's a shot from the left wing. That won't go by Hickson. Back up again, no. And the follow, no. Tipped up again, up and in by Myron Smith. Myron Smith scores for the Tigers with 28 seconds left. Back on the other end, here's a long three that won't go by Asher Guerra. And Centralia has the rebound. They may dribble it out here. We're down to 15 seconds left. Let's see.
I don't think he wants to.
No. They're looking inside again. They want to score, and they do. They want to score.
Good find.
Valdez Wilkes gets the bucket for Centralia. Long shot on the other end, won't go, and that's the ball game. Centralia has punched their ticket to the Final Four here at the Class L Junior High State Tournament. Tigers win it over the Bulldogs, 63-35. And we will have some post-game stats for you here in a minute as Fisher is working on those. Again, thanks everybody for being along on the broadcast today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Great effort here by the Tigers. Again, they are the defending champs, and they took care of business here today. I'm going to send a message out to Nathan. Nathan's watching from Olney at his girlfriend's house, and he's rooting for those Tigers. And he's told us that, yeah, that's right, I knew this. The Orphans play Meridian today. I knew that. That's right. That's up at Centralia tonight. I'd forgotten about that. So, yeah, so that works out good here for the Centralia fans because they can come here this morning, enjoy this game, this win by the Tigers, and then go back up to Trout Arena for the game tonight when the Orphans take on Meridian. Well, that should be an interesting matchup. Orphans coming off a tough loss down at Marion last night in South 7 Conference play, so they'll look to bounce back tonight against the Bobcats. You got some stats for us here?
Yeah, so let's start with the winning team, the Centralia Tigers. As mentioned earlier, Trey Branch had 16 points in the first half. He didn't have any in the second half, but they didn't need him.
No, it's true.
It was just an all-around team effort there. So he led the Tigers. We've got Howard with 14. Shareed with 10, Lewis with 8, Sangster with 4, Carlos Scott off the bench hit that 3, Wilkes off the bench with 2, and Myron Smith and Robbie Dabney with 2 apiece also.
All right.
They had 12 turnovers for the entire game. So I would say pretty disciplined for a
not bad
junior high team in a state game.
Yeah.
Pretty good game there. So let's go to the Waterloo side. Braden Wallace led the team with 17. 4 of those came in the second half. We also had Easton Maurer with 7. Caden Kite hit 2 threes down the stretch. He had 6 points for the game. Easton Probst with 2, and Tyler Major also hit a 3 in the fourth quarter. So I had them at 21 turnovers.
Okay, all right, and that's what that press will do to you, is force those turnovers, and Centralia is able to turn those turnovers into a lot of points here, weren't they? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the Centralia basketball we know. Not just at the high school level. I mean, this team, not only did they have some great athletes, some great shooters, but they were just disciplined the whole time. They all looked pretty calm in there, and that's what we've been accustomed to seeing from them.
Well, the semifinal matchup Tuesday night should be interesting between Centralia Tigers and the Marion Junior Wildcats, won't it? It will be interesting.
It'll be a good one. That Marion team, like you said, they had a lot of size. They were pretty disciplined. Those could easily be the 2 best teams, in this bracket, and so that'll be a good one. Yeah,
and coming up here, it's going to be Murfreesboro against Flora. We will not be doing this game, but it is available on radio. It'll be on WNOI. Radio in Flora, that's 103.9 FM. They're set up next to us, and they're going to be covering that next game on the radio for those of you who want to check it out. Casey Middle School of Mount Vernon will take on Carbondale in the final game here this afternoon in the first round of Class L. Again, this is the only game that we are doing here today because we got some other family matters we got to take care of. But again, congratulations to the Tigers today on a big win. They improved the record to 25-4, and hey, let's congratulate Waterloo on a good season too, Fisher, because they are 20-10, and saw some nice play out of them today, despite the fact that they were up against a tough press by the Tigers. We saw some nice play, particularly by Braden Wallace. I was impressed with him. How much did you say he had again?
Yeah, I had Braden at 17 points.
How about that?
Despite the defensive pressure he faced all game, and so you can't say enough about these guys. I mean, 20-10. They had a lot of quality wins looking back at their schedule, and wish them nothing but the best. We could expect to see a few of these guys in a high school uniform pretty soon.
For sure. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up our broadcast today here from Run Lake College. Again, thanks to the PAC, the Parent Advisory Council from Centralia Junior High, for sponsoring today's broadcast. We certainly hope that you enjoyed it. And we may be back down here on Tuesday. We'll see. But in the meantime, I can tell you that we'll have a broadcast on Monday night out at Woodlawn High School, as Woodlawn will be hosting Weber on Monday night, as Nathaniel Marlowe is something like 13, 14 points away from breaking the all-time scoring record at Weber High School. He needs to reach 2,088 And he's not too far away after he had 30-some last night. So we'll be out there to cover that game.
He's unbelievable
on Monday night. And he's just a junior.
Just a junior, 13 away from the school record. And
yeah.
It's just it's been
pure
a pleasure
shooter.
watching him play.
Yeah, he's just a pure shooter, isn't he? Yeah.
He might be a better passer than he is a shooter.
Well, that's the thing that gets overlooked.
Yeah.
That gets overlooked in his game. He's such a good passer. He gets a lot of assists, too. And on nights that he's not shooting well, if the ball's not going in, he's plenty happy to distribute it to the other guys.
Very unselfish.
So we'll have that game out there on Monday night, Weber at Woodlawn, for those of you who would like to watch that on Monday night. So, hey, until then, though, for Fisher Overstreet, this is Randy Olson. Again, thanks for watching. Again, the final score reminding you that Centralia defeated Waterloo in this one 63-35. And in the first game today was Marion over Belleville Whiteside 63-29. And so long from Rend Lake College.